Now, there are moments that feel like a headline, and then there are moments that feel like a warning shot to the world. What just happened in Los Angeles wasn't a raid. It was definitely a message. Loud and raw, long overdue. This is what happens when the gloves are off. ICE isn't knocking politely anymore, y'all. It's not happening. They hitting the streets, shutting down sanctuary fantasies, if you will, and giving America its backbone back. You know what that chase or what we're watching right now kind of reminds me of? The fear Democrats said didn't exist. They told us illegals just want a better life, as we've been covering. Then why do they always scatter like criminals when law enforcement shows up? But while that raid was happening in LA, an American family in Pennsylvania was mourning someone they'll never get back.
A man is in custody in connection with a deadly hit and run in Coriopolis. Police there say the victim was crossing 4th Avenue at the Main Street intersection when an SUV hit him. The driver took off. But tonight, Shelley Borsch shows us how police found the driver and what they've learned about him and the man who died.
The video shows the victim almost made it to the sidewalk here before he was struck by that SUV. Now flowers mark the spot where this tragedy happened.
It's heartbreaking. It really is.
Carol Tompkins is the manager at this Sunoco service station on 4th Avenue. When she learned who the victim was in the deadly hit and run that happened right in front of her store, she was devastated. While police have not yet publicly released the man's name, Tompkins says word has quickly spread through the community. She says he would greet her with a hello every morning as he stood by the front door waiting for his ride to work. When she didn't hear that warm greeting today that she got so used to, she says it hit home.
He was an amazing person. He was like a big shot in Coriopolis because everybody loved him. I mean, there was not one bad thing ever said about him. Look, now I have the goosebumps. He was a great person.
Tompkins shared the gas station surveillance video with us. It shows the victim standing at the intersection of 4th and Main waiting to cross the street. You see him look both ways before crossing. He almost makes it to the sidewalk when the SUV comes into focus. We chose to stop the video there.
It made me sick to my stomach. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Coriopolis police tell us they were able to locate the driver at his home in Ambridge through traffic light cameras and license plate readers on Route 65. KDKA-TV learned the driver is an undocumented immigrant and has been detained by ICE. Meantime, people who knew the victim are honoring him by placing flowers at the scene.
I pretty much put the flowers out because he's done a lot for this community. So, like, as a community, the least we could do is give them something to be remembered by.
Everyone we talked with had nothing but wonderful things to say about the victim, who was a landscaper. They tell us you would see him watering flowers early in the morning of people he didn't even know, or working to create beautiful flower beds like this one at the local bank. They say his legacy will live on.
Christian Sluka. He was 23. A musician, a son, and a friend. And now, unfortunately, he's a hashtag because Saul Rivera Ramirez, who already got deported, came back and killed him with a car. Let me ask this team thing. If border security is racist, how many dead Americans are you willing to accept for the sake of, let's say, being woke? I really want to know that. Because Christian, unfortunately, is not the only one, and it's not just drunk driving. This next story, it should make your stomach turn. 3 deportations from this guy right here. And somehow this man still made it back into Texas, only to assault a child and get caught drunk behind the wheel. What a protest. Seriously. Where's the candle lights for the kid? Exactly. If the left can't monetize the victims, they'd rather ignore. ICE Houston didn't just, do his job. They protected the future that Democrats seemingly left wide open. Now, I want you to imagine, matter of fact, before I do that, his name is Jesus Morales, something like, I don't know, illegal alien from Mexico. And he was arrested and convicted of aggravated sexual assault. I don't even want to read the rest. But as I was saying, now I want you to imagine a celebrity actually standing on the right side of this. Somebody in Hollywood. Because my God, Cain just put Hollywood on notice.
Hey everybody, Dean Cain here. And for those who don't know, I am a sworn law enforcement officer as well as being a filmmaker. I felt it was important to join with our first responders to help secure the safety of all Americans, not just talk about it. So I joined up. And here's your opportunity to join ICE. You can earn lots of great benefits and pay. Yet since President Trump took office, ICE has arrested hundreds of thousands of criminals, including terrorists, rapists, murderers, pedophiles, MS-13 gang members, drug traffickers, you name it, very dangerous people who are no longer on the streets. You can defend your homeland and get great benefits like a $50,000 signing bonus. Think about that. Student loan repayment legally, enhanced retirement benefits, and special pay for those in the field operations and law enforcement roles. I don't get that special pay, but you also don't need an undergraduate degree. You can get to work right away. So if you want to help save America, ICE is arresting the worst of the worst and removing them from America's streets. I like that. I voted for that. They need your help. We need your help to protect our homeland and our families. So check into it, as I said, and join today if it's something that tickles your fancy, because we can use you.
Speaking of tickle, I just realized that I didn't mute my microphone when I was over here doing my sneezes and I just have to say I'm sorry. Look, I got allergies, okay? Throat was itching. I tried to, do my best, but unfortunately, y'all got some sound effects today that I didn't want y'all to. It's that time. But right here we have Dean Cain, who's joining ICE and encouraging others to do so. Not tweeting, not clout chasing, serving. You know how powerful that is in 2025 to see this? I mean, we got rappers pretending to be gangsters while Dean Cain is out here banging real ones. This ain't about politics anymore, y'all. It's about who's willing to defend the country, even if it costs the fame. And Kane's not alone because the floodgates, let's just say they open.
This is one of the things that I'm so excited about because we've seen our ICE officers be terrorized by activists, by violent people who want to do them harm. And they have continued to go out bravely and do their jobs and make sure that they're upholding the rule of law. And so our recruitment efforts to hire 10,000 new ICE officers has been extremely successful. Lawrence, as of today, we have over 80,000 applicants for those 10,000 positions already. People and patriots across this country that say, we want to join, we want to help and be a part of this effort. It's overwhelming to see the amount of response and support that our ICE officers have gotten and people who want to join their ranks. So I would tell everybody, go to join.ice.gov and go there and sign up, be a part of this team that is helping make America safe again with President Trump. And the other thing, Lawrence, I would say is we've removed any of the age barriers. We no longer have a cap on how old you can be, or you can continue at age 18, sign up for ICE and join us and be a part of it. We'll get you trained and ready to be equipped to go out on the streets and help protect families.
No age cap, no more waiting for degrees, no more red tape. Let this be like ISIS ages. That was a comment right here from, I don't even know how you say this. It was the comment right here from, how you say that? MDT Lion. But yeah, man, you want to protect this country, you know, strap up, show up, sign up. 80,000 applications. And they're only filling 10,000 spots. That's not a job fair. That's a movement. Same thing. I'm going to try to drop a comment right now if you know someone who might have applied. They need stories like this to go viral. Stories like that, yeah, send them my way. And while we're tightening the streets, guess who's finally tightening the front door?
Deputy Assistant Secretary Jonathan, as always, great to see you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So this is essentially a bond program. What they're talking about doing is if somebody comes into the U.S. on a visa, they put down up to $15,000, and then if they leave the country when they're supposed to, according to that visa, they get the money back. What do you think about this idea?
This is a great program for a couple of reasons. First of all, about 40 to 50% of the illegal aliens in this country are people that overstayed their visas. And there are certain countries that have very high visa overstay rates. So this program is to address those particular countries. The other part of it is also a national security and a public safety issue, because certain countries don't do a very good job vetting people for visas or doing other things to cooperate with us on national security and border security. So this will encourage their compliance. It will also discourage people from trying to remain in the country, gaming the system like many of them were doing during the Biden administration. Just once they came in on a visa, basically essentially became de facto citizens because the Biden administration had no interest in deporting virtually anybody. So all of these are good reasons to do this. And remember, this doesn't apply to a lot of countries. 41 countries are what's called the visa waiver program, which means you just simply have to have a passport. So if you're one of those countries, it doesn't affect you whatsoever.
And the State Department actually just talked about this a few moments ago. Take a listen to Tammy Bruce. We'll get your thoughts on the other side.
Beginning August 20th, nationals of Malawi and Zambia applying for B1, B2 business and tourist visas will be required to post a bond of up to $15,000. This targeted common sense measure reinforces the administration's commitment to U.S. immigration law while deterring visa overstays.
Jonathan, looking at the bigger picture here with countries all around the world, is there any worry that this could maybe depress tourism and some of the revenue that comes with it if people say, hey, I don't want to have to put up thousands of dollars just to enter the U.S.?
Yeah, that's one of the criticisms of this program is it will depress tourism, discourage people, because if they have to come up with $15K just to go in, a lot of people don't have that. But what the Trump administration is doing, and what they've been doing entirely during the entire administration, is they're always putting public safety and national security first. So they'd rather take that risk and have public safety, national security, and prevent illegal immigration over maybe a small tourism dent.
Yeah, well, something's got to change, because to your point, a huge amount of the illegal immigrants in this country are visa overstays. Fiscal year 2023 alone, more than 560,000 of them. So that's got to get cracked down on. Jonathan Fahey, great to see you. Thanks for your insight as always.
You bet.
560,000 visa overstays in 1 year. Now, you know what that means. The border wall was never the whole problem. They were flying in, walking past TSA with a smile and ghosting. Now they either show up, check out, or lose 15 grand. It's common sense to us, but somehow that makes you far right in 2025. I mean, let them talk while we fix the country. They can fix pronouns. Now, let me make something clear before I go. We're not just making content anymore. We're building the most dangerous team of thinkers on the internet. With every clip, built like a weapon. So if you want to stay a part of that mission, and if you locked in, make sure you follow me on these platforms up here. Join the 4X Club with Team Think just by simply liking, commenting, and sharing, and doing all that good jazz. Real quick, let me do some 4X shout outs real quick. Hold on. This time I'm finna type in 4X. I'm gonna search and see who actually putting the 4X in it. Let me go 4X. Boom, apply. Okay, Terry. Shout out to Terry Lynn. Shout out to Mary Turcott. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mary, but you got a 7 right at the end of your name. And you've been going crazy. Like, I mean, you've been thank you. I got to shout out you, Mary. Shout out to North Main Guy 5859. Julia Terranova. Shout out to Kim Rubble. Shout out to Kickin' Deer 56. Shout out to Chaotic Conjuring. Who else we got? Chaotic Conjuring. Oh my gosh, you going crazy too. Shout out to you. I've been a proud member of the 4X Club. Let Rick Jack. I'll be safe. Go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life. Also, I just dropped the merch to that right below this video. If y'all want to go ahead and grab y'all tea. I'm waiting on mine to come here too. I know I should hide mine too, but I ain't Officer Tatum yet. I don't own a warehouse yet. One day.